Hello guys and good afternoon. On this video we will talk about gym safety. Things we are going to discuss on this video could literally save your life. Also, as a warning, you may see some graphic videos on this video. So without further ado, let's go to our first thing on the list. Make sure the place that you're walking out is clean. You don't want to walk in some place surrounded by weights, dumbbells, bars, all on the ground. They could reduce your mobility and they could get you fall on the ground with the weight. It's going to be a really dangerous thing for both of you or the whom that walking out right next to you. Let me show you an example. About 15 years ago I was a power lifter and I was doing 600 pounds squat. After finishing my set, somebody
thrown his 5 kilogram dumbbell right in front of my feet.
I had no idea about it's being there and it interrupted my balance. One of my weights at the end of the barbell just slipped and fell to the ground, and the barbell started to move slowly to the other side, and all those weights just fell down. Boom! There was someone in a short distance, like 2 meters from me, and he was on leg machine. He was so lucky he didn't die. But yes, if my environment was clean, if someone was responsible enough to not throw his dumbbell in front of me, this accident wouldn't happen. Also, if the person on the leg machine was a bit closer to me, he would be dead. So yes, it's important to work out in a clean environment with nothing going to interrupt your balance. Number 2, if there's a rush corner, don't walk out there. Wait for people to start to leave. They will finish their workout eventually and leave that corner. If you really want to walk in that place. Also, avoid walking out next to someone who's doing really heavy liftings. Those weights should get to the level of the ground at some point. So it could happen. Accident happens only once, but that one time is enough to change somebody's course of living forever. So why should we avoid walking out in a rush place? Imagine you're doing something like leg press machine and someone just passing by, and without any intention he hits the lever to release the weight. Or someone just dropping a dumbbell and the dumbbell bounces off the ground and hits you. It happens. It can happen sometimes. What if someone starts to move next to you while you're doing your set? Let's say you're doing inclined bench press with dumbbells. You're going to throw those dumbbells eventually. The answer is a couple of reps to the end. You're going to warn that person. You're going to say, hey, I'm going to drop these. Be careful, go back. The next things would be being careful about the place that you're putting your barbell or dumbbell at the end of your set.
Most barbells has this stick end, which sometimes not knowingly people put them on the rack by this part, which could be really dangerous because that barbell is going to slip and fall. On the bench press rack, this would easily fall on your forehead.
When it comes to throwing weights and dumbbells, make sure that it's not going to hit you on the process. Once I was on this incline bench press and I had finished my set with 40 kilogram dumbbells, and I tried to drop them on the ground. They bounced and fell on my feet. It was really painful, really bad experience. So yes, since then I'm putting my feet up whenever I'm going to drop something like that, and make sure that it's not going to bounce over my feet and make my nails drop. Next thing would be not to walk out next to the squat rack or bench press rack. Well, first of all, barbells can break. Yes, they can. It happens rarely, but it happens. Why it happens? Because so many load and disload cycle has its effect on the metal. So yes, it can break, or even because of overload. The barbell wasn't designed to be able to bear that amount of weight. So yes, it can happen sometimes. Next reason to not to walk out next to a squat or bench press rack is those new to gym people that are going to disload the barbell in an amateur manner. They would empty the barbell from the one side, and then the barbell would swing and disload itself to the other side. And imagine if you
was the one walking out on the other side.
So in order to prevent these kind of things, if you're going to disload a barbell, you're going to disload one plate at one time and go to the other side, disload 2 plates. Coming back, disload 2 more plates. Then the cycle repeats and the barbell is going to be empty and ready for whatever you was going to do. Another reason to not to walk out next to a squat rack or bench press rack would be, what if that person wants to bail out from the squat? What if that person lose his balance, just like the story I told you before about myself? If that person was walking on the leg machine, was a bit closer to me, he was dead. Also, make sure that you're not going to sit on the hang machine, squat rack, I don't know, someone that's doing shoulder press or military press right next to you. Don't sit under those weights. Don't sit under any weight or machine. It's really bad idea. Don't sit inside leg press machine, because someone could accidentally hit the lever and leg press machine fall on you. And the last one, not the least one, if you're going to have a personal record or maximum 1 rep set, you better know those gears, hormones that people use to get more strength. They are going to make your muscles stronger. But what about the joints? What about the those connective tissues? They can break, they can get injured, and sometimes joint injury is going to last forever. So yes, don't hurry, don't do anything like ego lifting. It's really going to have a great cost. Also, the squat rack or bench press rack should have those safety bars in order to save your life. In case if the weight is going to be too heavy for you, if it bends you, you can drop or bail. And if you're missing that kind of rack, you need 3 people, one on behind
and one at each end of the barbell.
I hope this video could save a couple of people's life, and please do not forget to subscribe to this channel. Thank you. Bye.